Welcome back to the Red Dice Diaries, and in this RPG review I'm going to be looking at Jadetech Green Jade by Jacob Possin and published by Reroll Productions. This is a supplement for Jadepunk, Tales from Kausao City, which you can see my review of there if you're interested, and it's available from Drive-Thru RPG. I'll put a link there for you to click on if you're interested in that. Now, I'm reviewing the PDF version of the book, which is 14 pages long and costs $2.99 in American dollars, and that's about £1.77 in British pounds, so not much at all. The front cover is a simple and understated picture of a green orb, being the game's item for the green jade, and showing a faint, almost foggy looking cityscape behind it on the parchment like paper colour used on the chapter title pages of the core book. Now, I quite like this since it makes the whole supplement feel like it's an additional chapter of the main book rather than being a separate supplement. The opening fiction of the book is very atmospheric and depicts a slave breakout on a mining operation. It really reinforces the oppressive atmosphere of the corrupt regime of Kausao City in the setting of Jadepunk. But it also shows the power that a herbal infusion of green jade can have on a person. Green jade is found in areas of dense vegetation and when treated properly has great strength that can be used to create mighty weapons, armor, or even used in concoctions, as in the opening fiction, to give a person vigor and power. There's a surprising amount of detail crammed into the supplement's 14 pages, including a brief history of green jade, how it was first refined. Of particular interest, well, to me anyway, is a science called chimerics, a process which uses refined green jade to alter the basic fundamental building blocks of living organisms. The book follows on from this with explanations of how green jade is refined and where it sees use in everyday life, such as treating objects with green jade enamel to preserve and protect them, giving them a green sheen which is seen as a mark of quality by the citizens of Kausao City. It's also used to strengthen building materials and, in a powdered form, in fertilizers to promote growth of crops. Green jade also has the power, when an organism ingests enough of it over a prolonged period of time, to cause changes in the organisms at a genetic level, although the book doesn't use such terms. These mutations can then be passed on to their offspring, building up over time. A couple of examples are given. For example, the Great Sargasso, a field of green jade mutated kelp, where many ships have become stranded, and no doubt in a nod to one of my favourite films, The Princess Bride, the rodents of exceptional stature who live below the streets of Kausao and have fed over many generations off the jade runoff from the farmlands and from the refineries, causing them to mutate into a huge size beast that roam the sewers of Kausao City and can provide quite a danger to the people who are forced to work in such unpleasant conditions. A number of example assets are given to round off the book, from weapons to infusions, potions, and chimerically enhanced companions. All of these are very interesting and have the appropriate stats with them. The book is laid out in a very clear way, as per the main Jadepunk rulebook, with stats and other snippets of information being separated out on little parchment-style blocks within the pages or in splats of colour, as per the main book. However, in this book, the splats of colour are a vivid green coloration, which is, I think, a great way of maintaining a consistency of design, but reinforcing the theme of the book by having that green colour running throughout it. Overall, the book is very interesting and would add a lot to any Jadepunk game, both in terms of additional background material and additional assets. The production value of the PDF is very high and continues the visually impressive but uncluttered style of the game's main rulebook. For the low price being asked, you really couldn't ask for much more from a PDF, and I highly recommend it. I hope that when Reroll Productions have released all of their supplements concerning the different colours of jade, that they'll consider releasing a combined book containing all of them. since I'm not sure if the additional expense would make me want to rush out and buy a printed copy of Green Jade on its own, since it is only a small number of pages. But the PDF is excellent value for money and would be a great resource for anyone's Jadepunk game. So there you are. I hope if you've enjoyed this RPG review, you'll consider liking this video and clicking on the red dice there to subscribe to my channel. If you have any comments about this video or the product mentioned in it, please put them in the comments box below or hit me up in the Google Plus links. Until I see you next time, thank you very much for listening and for watching. I look forward to reading what you write. Take care.